What's going on, everyone? Today we are reacting to SB19's FELIP.
Felipe. I don't know.
Correct. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. We're reacting to Bulan. Bulan. So my name is Emeroy, the executive director of Temper Tantrum.
I'm Lauren. I'm the assistant artistic director of Temper Tantrum.
Hi, I'm Max, dancer of Temper Tantrum and the resident Filipino speaker.
If it's your first time watching, here's the format. The first part of the video, I just do a general reaction to the video. No pauses, just me watching, commenting, and enjoying the video. Part 2 of the video is me analyzing the details of the choreography and sharing my thoughts of what makes this choreography so good and fun to watch. So what qualifies me to run my mouth? I've been dancing for over 25 years, choreographing, directing, and teaching for about 20. Been dancing since I was 8, started competing in high school, co-founded a competitive dance company called Family Business back in 2004, toured with a professional hip-hop dance theater company called Antics, danced with artists such as Dalwin, Jonathan Varay, Casey and the Sunshine Band, and Kool and the Gang, performed for events such as the opening for Universal Studios Nintendo Land, Universal Studios City Walks Exhibition, Choreographers Carnival, World of Dance, Hip Hop International, produced and sold out a show with my dance company, and I currently direct a dance entertainment company called Temper Tantrum. Make sure you guys go check out their channel because they do reactions too. And again, I'm not a K-pop stan, I'm simply a dancer that appreciates the level of difficulty that a lot of these artists are putting into their choreography. And with that, let's head on over to the video. Let's go. Very krump themed or focused here.
Yeah. Because y'all said you want krump.
Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh.
This walk. Oh,
The
he's.
stance. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
That was pretty fire.
Wish Vasco was here.
Yeah, I wish Sebastian was here. Yeah.
Ugh. Oh,
see.
that texture right there. The bounce. Ugh.
This is.
Woo. Wait.
Ooh, I can't even find my words right now.
Yeah, keep up.
Nice
Hey.
stuff up there.
Yo, that was fire. I want to learn how to do that. Yeah.
This is a great capturing the essence of like krump because it's very hard to contain something that has so much energy.
Yeah.
Crumpography.
Especially since everyone's style in krump is so different.
Yeah.
And trying to make it look clean and also keep that essence is tricky.
Hey.
Nice travel.
Really like the textures in that.
Yeah.
Like with the travel, but then also through the shoulders, there was like a smoothness.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Nice.
Ah!
Ugh.
My goodness. Ugh.
Nice.
Nice. Like the lot of little details.
Yeah.
Very clean. Hey. Ooh. Nice transition.
Nice.
Woo. Hey, yes, repeat. Ah. Ew. A double hit.
Nice transfers.
Whew. Hey.
See, like, look at that. Like, I just love the energy and like the quickness that you can do with krump. Nice musicality on that. Nice pictures. I like that the dancers are able to actually also express,
Yeah.
not just be deadpan.
Yeah.
Let's go, warrior.
Very nice lift.
Is he gonna punch the bakunawa?
Very simple.
What is that?
No, so he's gonna try to punch the bakunawa.
So, first impressions.
Oh, sorry,
Go
me.
ahead. Yeah, go.
I feel like they're werewolves. Like they woke up, they just did their transformation, and right now they're ending, and then they're looking at the moon and they're gonna howl. I get that like very like, that beastly feeling from them right now.
Yeah.
Hinga-dinga.
Close?
Yeah, there's
Close.
a thing right there, right?
So this is about the mythical creature bakunawa, which is essentially a dragon, called the Moon Eater.
Ah.
And I'm like, close. I'm like, it's got to do with the moon, but yeah, no, it's yeah. Oh yeah, and like just also just the fact that he's crumping and then just remembering that he also has to sing this live.
Yeah, dude.
That's why.
He has to sing this live.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'd say like like crumping and breaking are like the two, maybe even freaking voguing. They have bunking, like such high energy, like dynamic energy. I like the concept of storytelling of the choreography through krump. They could have just done any style to make it a little bit more on the nose, but this captured the essence of one, his favorite. I'm assuming is a style that he kills, and two, it just the constraints. I think just made it more creative. How can you do crumpography with this limitate, like just doing that to this theme? And I think that as a choreographer or that as a creator, it forces you to think differently. How do you, in terms of formations, movement, levels? I do appreciate. I think this, and there's another artist named, he's a C-pop artist, Lay. He's incorporated krump in his stuff too. So it's always super refreshing to see artists do a street style in their singing. It's not, because it's very different here in the States, where a lot of it is kind of like some form of industry hip hop or jazz funk. What I'm appreciating is this is like a hip hop style.
Yes.
This is a street style. Like it's krump, and like or other artists who've done it, like Chung Hao incorporating freeing punking, or even featuring breakers. Solar featuring voguers.
Oh.
It's nice to see it on artists because I saw so much of it just like on just people battling, or even just doing it in the collegiate scene, like people using it as doing a style section.
Someone educate me in the comments. Like, I mean, he's pulling this off, so I'm assuming he actually does krump, because like he doesn't look like a dancer trying to krump.
Yeah. Yeah, especially that part where he was soloing in the middle. That
Yeah.
definitely I think it's definitely his style.
Yeah.
I don't think he would, especially a style like this, because it's very nuanced. Like you can't just start throwing arm swings and jabs like out of nowhere, because you can tell someone's just just throwing their arms around versus someone who can actually krump.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
This is
krumping
actually
right here.
oh god, because this is actually I think one of the hardest styles, because of you just learn these concepts of chest pops, arm swings, bangs, stomps, transfers, all that stuff, but it's not like as clear as like here's a blast and lock or a wrist roll point. It's not that's kind of like binary. It's like it's pretty obvious how you a foundation. Okay, so can't really tell the starting position because there's already camera movement and they already started. So but I'm just gonna guess it's kind of like this position right here, like this, looking up, feet together, hands out, which is kind of like an opposite of what I usually see in terms of starting positions. YouTube or anyone who's watching, if it's your first time watching me, starting positions I view equal to a YouTube thumbnail. So it like the way they're just sitting or standing in wait or wherever they're set, waiting for the music to drop. I essentially see that as a starting position. So based off this, like a usual starting position is like feet out, and then head down, and then hands behind their back. Okay, and then here it's opposite. And a good chunk of it is it's looking up, which is not exactly the most comfortable position because you're kind of extending your neck right there. But it's a nice difference from all the other stuff. Okay, so let's see what their first 5 seconds look like. It's already starting off pretty hype because based off the track, there's a little bit of movement happening. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so this is a 6 second now, but definitely more in the range of strong character, a little bit more, like a little bit more intrigue maybe, because it has like more intrigue because it has character, like it's a combination of choreography and character. So when I make these videos, I just assume everyone who's watching me it's their first time, because there's so many people in this world. I can't assume that you just know who the hell I am out of these billions of people in the world. Going back to it, so there's 3 ways I think you can make good first 5 seconds. Well, first, just to go into that, like, why does it even matter? So the first 5 seconds, like a YouTube video or even a movie or a TV show, you have to hook the audience. That often means answering the question, why should they keep watching? Why should they care? That means having to emotionally engage them. Because if you're trying to expand your reach and your audience reach, you have to answer these questions for people who don't know who you are. If you're a fan, you're a stan, you're like, you love these guys, like you love these artists, you're going to be hooked and invested right away. Like it might vary in terms of like, oh, I like this song more than the other, but versus the Joe Schmo who has zero affiliation with them, this might be the only time they see them or the first time they see them, and you want to get them hooked right off the bat. Like, okay, that SB19 group, they're good. Or that one SB19 song, that was the first time I saw them, I might not watch them again. You know that kind of like mentality. Again, going back into the 3 different ways of hooking the audience in terms of dance. You can either start off high energy, you can start off with a like very explosive move, for example, a backflip, or a very super fast, like if you're in a pose and all of a sudden you like do something really fast in like in one count. Or you can start low energy and then bring it up, or you can start off like with what they're doing, a little bit more intrigue, which involves more care. It's both character and choreography. This one is all choreography. It's like it's super flashy, so you don't exactly have to have the strongest character as long as you hit your counts and you match energy. This one's like is more like you have to make sure that the movements embrace the moment of what you're going for, because these movements are slower, but there's a lot of character as you can see in their performance already. And this bottom one here, even though it's low energy, it still has, I think it's the hardest in terms of confidence. You have to be confident in your acting, your personality as a performer, because if you're not, it's going to be a little rough. It is going to be rough. So because all of which needs a level of confidence. I'd say though, acting, you have to have the most confidence, because anyone can learn a really flashy move. Okay, so let's move forward. Shouts out to the Tupac shirt. Yeah, so as they're going forward, definitely again intrigue. Look at the intensity in their face. It's pushing a little bit. Yeah, look at just that intensity. The stare down. Choreographed, like it's definitely a lot of character, but it's choreographed in the sense of movement choreography. They're moving forward, walking forward in character, and it's a nice level change as they bring up FELIP. All right, so I don't know if I'm saying it right in terms of FELIP or Philip. I'm gonna say FELIP just because I associate Philip with a PHILIP, so I'm gonna go with FELIP. Going back into the dancing, this dynamic of like they're walking forward, this simple stunt right here. It's simple in terms of like the concept. Like, let's carry him up and let's walk it. Well, like, let's walk with him. And it's like reveal him with his army. I can't tell from here if it's one person. I'm assuming it's 2 people that are walking with him. The thing with that is that you got to make sure that you're in sync with that step, and that's not awkward at all. Because if someone gives way, someone's off with their timing, the illusion is gone. You might just fall over. I'd say it's a medium risk, high reward type of thing, because if one person gives out and then he can just fall on his feet. Worst case scenario is he falls forward and no one catches him, but there's a lot of people around here that he can fall towards. So, but good use of levels right here to create a nice framing. Okay, and this just great also like use of the intentional use of the pyramid formation. So I said this in the reaction video, like I admire any group artist that incorporates krump, because krump I think is one of the hardest essences to really capture in choreography, because this is just from my own observations and assumptions, but like because there's the unique individual characters that a lot of these krumpers I know have, and it's hard to duplicate that. I would say it's not as easy as saying someone like 2 b-boys might be able to say just do a 6-step, and they might have 2 different starting positions, but a 6-step for the most part is pretty cut and dry. You know what it is. But if you do like a chest pop and an arm swing and a jab and then a stomp, like it might look different in a lot of people's interpretations. I learned krump a long time ago. I kind of still remember some of the foundation, but it's been a long time. I don't think any of my forms or anything is that good anymore. Love this very menacing sway to like it's not even a groove, but it's just mesmerizing. It's almost like watching grass. It's a repetitive hypnotic motion synced up to the music. And then to this hit, ba. Nice anticipation going into like, ba, up. This slightly raises it up, gives a nice anticipation because it's almost like in animation. Instead of like a just straight up punch, they go back. That it gives a nice little anticipation of like a drop. Oh, so there you go. He was standing on him, dude, man. So yeah, again, even more high risk, high reward because in the beginning, you see them walking. So these guys have to be in sync, like walking with each other, and make sure that their back is actually flat, like as much as possible in terms of like, you know, the spine. Because when people hunch, like say that's the spine and that's the head, it creates this weird shit for your feet that like makes it harder to step. In a flat back situation, ideally this kind of like almost kind of creates a curvature. That way it makes it easier for you to step on. Because most people, when you say lean forward, a lot of people have shit posture, so they end up having this kind of shit, and it's this kind of positioning, and it's like this the hip, you know, and the shoulders. Okay, that's not ideal for stepping, and it makes it more dangerous because now we can potentially slip over versus like actual spine alignment. Medium a risk, high reward here because he does jump forward. This is a nice effect. But I like this kind of like jumping and then we all land together. I almost think it would be kind of cool if he landed and everyone kind of just would like reacted to that. I kind of want to experiment with that. Yeah, I'm just going to change his timing. It might look terrible, but join me on this journey. See how they're reacting to that? Okay, so what I just did is I brought his timing to come down a little earlier. So when he lands, it's actually, I'm going to bring this mask up a little bit more. So those of you guys are wondering, I am using Premiere. So we can hide the other version. So they have that. He comes down. Yeah, that's like kind of the idea. So it looks like they're reacting to boom, him landing, kind of like a fake explosion kind of dynamic. But this is also cool. I just wanted to like play with this idea. Because it's still like pretty cool that they all land. This is a nice also drop, another anticipation in terms of drop. And then they go up and then spread out. This is a great use of the floor. Great use of levels as well by dropping and then giving them some more height. So a lot of things happening just by this simple drop, jump, spread out. Bah. Nice, like see, it's so different from like the usual stuff where I say the nice clean lines. Like when they do this reach up, or even these hands like this, there's like always this kind of half bend in their arms. So that's not exactly a clean line, but what they do have is like nice, clear, sharp silhouettes. So you can still really read the ideas clearly. And they're also making krump choreography, like krump in general, palatable for the regular audience who don't know what krump is also. I like this groove right here. Nice big, look at this shape. Boom. Look at this guy right here. He's lunging to his formation. Like that, bounce with that little bit of the bounce with the head. Bounce, down, down. Good use of, like, I'd say pretty straightforward floor work. Boom, reach down. And what you do, all the weight is here. You're pivoting on your toe, and ideally, I like watching how people approach this move differently. But he kind of made it harder on himself. This is a nice reach over. See, to really make this thing dramatic is you got to do how FELIP's doing it. Watch, like he's on his toe. This is a nice 90-degree kind of positioning, which is perfect because when you lift your hip up, okay, he went more dramatic in that reach. But ideally, you end up in a bridge where your hip is pushed up, and then you can easily raise yourself up. But you're already activated. You're just finishing the job here. This one's I'm not sure. theoretically, like this isn't that like how he's doing it, where his hip down, isn't too hard either because but this time the load is majority in your legs and you're just essentially twisting. See that? It's just different in terms of the distribution of the center of gravity, because this one is right here, down there. This one's more down on the hip. This one, yeah, but about there. But you see the difference. This is much more powerful because it's a bridge kind of thing. A lot of people can just go into a squat position. I think it just helps with the flow of the movement better. Nice dynamic. Very, like, let's see what's happening there. Boom. Okay, set up to a kip up, but nice lift. That's cool with them using that back foot for support onto the chest. How do they? Okay. Prep, jump up, kick. This is a sick effect, dude. It's simple, but the shape is dope. Nice. Because there's so much happening here in terms of like actual krump technique. I'm having a hard time to like articulating it because I just don't feel comfortable talking about technique that I don't have too much familiarity with. But what I can speak on is just the effectiveness of the shapes. The timing is 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6 and 7 and 8. That's pretty nice musicality right there. But what they're doing really well with helping translate krump into like essentially krumpography is these nice clean shapes, but they're also like the stances are just very like it's an aggressive, like almost fighting stance, very hunched. Boom, nice strong clean shapes, very like it almost feels like earth bending. Yeah, very like aggressive in their motions. That round, love this step right here. Left reach, round, bat. Oh, nice groove, nice travel to a stage left. Even though it's the same formation, it does create a nice little bit of asymmetry on the stage. Okay. Ooh, that was nice. Nice pathways, transfers, but da. So boo, reach, clap, down, da. Bounce, pull it over, boom, throw it out. Boom. Ooh. Nice dramatic, like nice use of the floor. They're going from stage left to back to center. Boom. Pretty straightforward. Like actually there's a pretty nice transition for this jump. But land, circle, dramatic, nice use of levels. I love the intentional like turning to the side so you can really see that lean, because if he was leaning forward, I don't think you would see the silhouette as well. Yes, love a subtle, dramatic handshake. I forgot what the name of this actual move is. I know I use it a lot, but I've just taking a look in terms of like how they get up. It's a pretty straightforward move. I think anyone can learn it. But beautiful. Oh, he kind of undershot. Look, did he? Boom, prep. But he did it. It's like he just didn't shoot out as far as he could. Hold me right here. But ooh, he undershot himself. See how he's like kicking under himself like that? But either way, he made his counts. Like it's just one of those things. Like you can only notice it if you slow down, and that floor work and things like this is. It's one of those things I just like to kind of see how everyone's approaching it, because you see how he's like using that momentum of his feet to bring him up, and he's using the strength of his arm for that bounce. Yeah, doing this it depends if they're comfortable with it or if they are used to being on one arm. There's a lot of variables I just don't know, but doing this See how they are about to go, but they cut the momentum. Yeah, I think a little bit more of that swing, because they just made it way harder than it should have. Simple and effective, like going back in, but and also nice anticipation. There's actual several things. Let me just figure out how to articulate it. So from here, they do a nice transition or clump in, because they're kind of they're spread out here. Boom, nice anticipation, raising up the level, because before this they're all kind of a lying down level and he was up. And now what they're doing is kind of opposite. They're bringing it closer, bring a little bit of anticipation, and then they go down and they reframe him with that kind of crowd, this very clumped in, crowded kind of groove. And then what makes it more dramatic is just the camera just pushing in. And up front and straightforward musicality. Nice pickup and dynamic right there. Very straightforward. Nice travel, switching sides of the stage. 7, 8. Nice. Riding that into a ba ba, to a little bit of bounce, or ba da, or reverb, ba da da da. Nice ending too. One thing I don't talk enough about is also the ending position, like the lasting impression. So this is a nice ending. Shouts out to the guy who's carrying him, but super dramatic, almost like bodybuilding pose. Very nice silhouette. Also nice use of the levels. And then in terms of the focus, this is a nice composition of an ending position. I think it's very iconic in the way they finished. That's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Comment down below if you guys learned something. I appreciate you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later.